力を取り戻すにはかなりの時間をかける。虹をキャンディーにしてやることは今はできぬ。しかしささやかな魔法にてその一端を見せることはできようぞ。
見たい。ベアとの魔法見たい。
よかろう。しかしそなたにも協力を求めねばならぬぞ。先ほども言った。いかにそなたが汚れなき魂を持とうとも、人間はもはや汚れ魔法。
聞いた。半魔法の毒素があるって聞いた。マリアの読んだ本には載ってなかった。だからそれを知ってるベアとはすごい。
Beatrice lifted up an empty teacup, then turned it around in front of Maria to show that there weren't any tricks or strings.
伏せたカップにキャンディーが現れる魔法か。
どうしてわかるの？
It's not because you always bring it up.
ウィルはすごいね。魔女の使う魔法もわかるんだね。
魔女の魔法の基本だから
な。カップは何の仕掛けもない普通のカップだったよ。私は見たかった。本当の魔法を見たかった。
Maria had wanted something. Because she wanted to believe that there was an occult side to her. She wanted to see the occult existing for others as well. That's why she agreed to help Beatrice with her magic. She didn't want her own toxin to ruin her chances of knowing the miracles of magic.
よいぞ。さあ、そのカップを開けてみるがいい。
キャンディーだ。キャンディーだ。
わらわからそなたへの挨拶代わりと新しき魔女との出会いと友情にそれを贈ろう。
This was a true miracle of magic. For the first time, I felt shame and embarrassment at my conceit. I could feel the sense of omnipotence disappear. The idea that I was the child of the Holy Ghost and the most important and special person in the world. Instead of a child of the Holy Ghost who can't do anything, I'd rather be a witch who can use the magic. Uchirimiya Maria wants to become a witch, starting off as a witch apprentice. I was already fascinated by Beato.
マリアも本当の魔女になりたい。ベアとの弟子になりたい。
謙遜を。そなたには十分な才能と日々の精進があるぞ。それにかつての力のあるわらわならともかく、この程度の魔法しか使えぬ衰えたわらわでは弟子。
マリアは魔女の弟子にはなれない？
うん。わらわの弟子にはできぬ。しかし友人にはできる。
本当？
うん。わらわとそなたはこれより友人だ。これからも共に深き魔女の世界を語り合おうではないか。
ベアト、ありがとう。このベアトのキャンディー食べてもいい？
No.
いいや、それは土産にせよ。
Oh, I was just joking.
食べずにそなたの可愛らしいカバンに収めよ。
And she sneaks it back out of her hand.
お家で食べる。
No, she said don't eat it. Whatever.
バリア、そのキャンディーは魔法で生み出されたものゆえに脆い。そなたがわらわの存在をその毒素で否定したなら。
嫌だ。ベアトからもらった大切な魔法消えるの嫌だ。
ならばわらわという魔女に出会ったことを決し、そなたがわらわとのささやかな約束を守る限り、そなたがまたこの島へ来るときは再びわらわがそなたを迎えようぞ。
守る。約束って何？
まずはそうだな。家へ帰ったら手を洗う。うがいをする。
What?
めんどくさがってはならぬぞ。魔女見習いの立派な修行の一つであるぞ。
守る。毎日お家に帰ってきたら手を洗う。うがいをする。そうしたらまた会ってくれる？
約束しようぞ。そなたがわらわとの約束を、そなたの体は清められ、わらわもさらに魔力を取り戻す。 さすれば次に来るときはより素晴らしい魔法を見せようぞ。
約束守る、絶対。マリアはなる。ベアとの友達になって魔女見習いになる。
So fucking adorable.
良き心がけであるぞ。そなたが早く一人前の魔女になってわらわの良き友人に成長してくれることを心より願っている。
これが私の初めてのベアトリーチェとの出会いだったと思う。
そのもらった飴は家に帰ってもちゃんとあったか？
Of course it was.
でもその存在を少しだけ疑ったから飴は溶けかかっていた。私は彼女を疑いかけたことを後悔し、もしもっと疑っていたら飴は消えてなくなっていたに違
Half
いない。
melted. So it's chocolate.
そしたら私は目の当たりにした魔法の奇跡の証拠を失うところだった。
飴が溶けていたのか？
飴というよりはキャラメルだったと思う。
Okay.
溶けかかってぐにゃぐにゃだった。
それは何月頃の話だ？
Like August, probably.
詳しく覚えてない。でもミルクティーがアイスだったことは覚えてる。それが何？
なんでもない。ベアトリーチェに出会っ
It
た
doesn't matter.
ローザには話したのか？
Of course she did.
その日のお夕飯の時にみんなに話した。クラウスおじさんに笑われた。
Nothing new.
そしたら隣の席のママにその話は終わりにしなさいって怒られ。
隣の席？序列上お前の席はローザと隣り合わないはずだ。
親族会議じゃないもん。ママとマリアだけが訪ねた時の話だから、クラウスおじさん一家全員とママとマリアしかいない。席は詰めるから親族会議の時とはお席がちょっと違うの。
お前の隣の席にローザだったんだな。
それが何？
Why wouldn't she be?
なんでもない。ベアトリーチェとロッケン島以外で会ったことは？
ないよ。だってベアとは体が希薄で自由には動けないんだもの。マリアの体に乗り移ってもいいよって言ったけど、島からは離れられないからできないって言ってた。
その後はロッケン島へ行くたびに会っていたということか？
私たちは大の仲良しになった。ベアトと話せば話すほどに彼女は本当にすごい魔女だと思い、彼女は会うたびにいつも素敵な魔法を見せてくれた。そして私とは異なる魔法体系を聞かせてくれて、二人で魔法の深淵を語り合ったよ。私は早く彼女の高みに登りたいと思った。ベアトのような魔女の域に達したいと願った。
ベアトリーチェを母親に紹介したこと？
ないよ。ママは毒素が強すぎるからまだ会えないって言ってた。
Of course not.
大人はほとんどダメだって。みんな汚れてるから。
お前以外にベアトリーチェの姿を見ることができた者はいるのか？
Yeah, probably.
最初は無理だった。魔力が弱いからね。毒素に少しでも近づくと体が壊れてしまうって。でも次第に魔力を蓄えてマリア以外の毒素の少ない人の前にも現れられるようになったよ。
それは誰だ？
Canon, Shannon.
あんまり多くない。使用人の一部の人だけだった。
Genji, Kumasawa.
具体的には？
今日いる使用人全員。ゴーダさんは違うと思う。
Fuck Goda.
つまりゲンジ、シャノン、カノン、熊沢の4人ということか？
あと南條先生も。
Apparently, they would sometimes come to visit Maria and Beatrice's witch tea parties. Of course, it had only been for the small things like bringing them extra tea. However, they were certainly aware of Beatrice and had even talked with her.
使用人たちはベアトリーチェとはどう接していた？存在しないはずの客人だ。驚いたりはしないのか？
しないよ。だってベアトリーチェはお屋敷のもう一人の主だもの。
Yeah, dude, brush up on your history. Come on. She said that the servants treated Beatrice as an honored guest, and sometimes they were permitted to witness the new miracles of magic along with Maria.
つまり1986年のロッケン島でベアトリーチェに実際に会えたのはゴーダを除く使用人4人とお前と南條の合計6。
ベアトもそれ以外の人の前に現れるにはもっともっと魔力を蓄える必要があると言ってた。
つまりそれ以外の人間の前にもやがては姿を現すつもりだったわけ。
Well, no, probably not, but eventually, sure.
すべての人間たちに自分を認めさせる日こそが自分の復活の日だって言ってた。
Maria and the servants and Nanjo had acknowledged her. She had probably appeared before new humans and started with the ones whose anti-magic toxin was weakest. Beatrice's game was to increase the number of humans who would recognize her, until she could make everyone on the island acknowledge her. Of that there can be no doubt. In that case, the last person for Beatrice to appear in front of would be Battler, the one said to have the strongest anti-magical power. Does this mean Beatrice thought that Battler would be the hardest one to convince? It seems true that Battler was one of Beatrice's goals. However, if we go with Battler's chessboard thinking, we might say that Beatrice, who wanted others to acknowledge her existence, was a character who could not exist unless she was acknowledged. Battler reached this thought himself back in the first game. Yes, there is something different about the Beatrice of 1986. She's different from the Italian Beatrice or the Corridorian Beatrice, both of whom certainly did exist. Oh, for fucking sure. The Beatrice of 1986, the one of whom we are familiar with in a mysterious way, yet who has no existence. Yeah, she doesn't exist as an individual person. What does it mean to kill the Beatrice who has no existence? The minimum number of people required to create a universe is 2. However, Maria had said that even a single person could give birth to a universe, and yet Maria had desired a second person to nourish the world she had been given birth to alone. Because if it was born or not nurtured, it would die and disappear. Let's replace the word universe with Beatrice. The minimum number of people required to create Beatrice is 2. However, even a single person could give birth to her, and yet that single person desired a second person to acknowledge the Beatrice created by the first person. That meeting with the second person is the scene that Maria just described. The single person who created Beatrice had looked for a second person to acknowledge Beatrice, and selected Maria. We didn't need Furuto Erika's heartless reasoning to know that the teacup magic was a sleight of hand. Maria, believing in the story about the anti-magic toxin, would close her eyes whenever magic happened. Any sleight of hand would be possible while she had her eyes closed. The caramel Maria had been given as proof of meeting with the witch had melted a little because Maria had doubted. In a sense where one was likely to put ice in their tea, it was only natural for caramel left in a bag to melt. Uchinami Maria, the girls whose trusting and will accept a story easily. Beatrice appeared at first in front of the girl who had, in the language of witches, very little of anti-magic toxin. If we liken the creation of Beatrice to the laying of an egg, then when a single person creates her, it is more than a delusion, like a chicken inside an egg. If and only if a second person acknowledges her, the shell cracks and she appears. She only appears when a second person comes to warm the egg. When Maria acknowledged Beatrice, she finally hatched and the chick was born. In that case, the thingy, which nurtured Beatrice and her magical compendium, was like a nest. Beatrice was the one with the dignified presence who calls herself the Witch of Rokenjima and who claims to have lived 1,000 years. This sounds less like the chick Beato and more like the Beatrice the Elder, who appeared in the previous game. So does this mean that the meeting Maria has just spoken of marks the birth of Beatrice the Elder? Yes. The egg itself had already been created by the first person. Then, until the meeting with Maria had matured fully inside its egg, becoming the character with the dignified presence of 1,000 years. Then, when acknowledged it hatched and the Witch of Rokenjima finally gained a form. Perhaps that marks the birth of Beatrice of 1986. The younger chick Beatrice was born out of love for Battler. Since that birth has not yet occurred at this point in time, then the birth of Beatrice the Elder and the existence of Beatrice at this time must have nothing to do with Battler. Are you enjoying this reasoning, Burn? If you are, let's at least have some applause from the spectators. There you go. Great, thanks a bunch. Fucking bitch.
マリアはベアトに魔法で叶えてほしい願いがたくさんあるの。だからベアトが復活するのに協力してるの。
I sacrificed 8 people.
願いとは何だ？
いっぱいある。ない。
黒き魔女からママを守ってほしいか。
どうしてウィルは何でもわかるの？すごいよ。
魔女に願わねば取り戻せない世界だとお前はもう思っているのか？
うん。ママは大好き、優しい。いつまでも一緒にいたい。永遠に。
今度はマリアージュ・ソルシエルについて聞きたい。どうした？
やだ。
何？
私、喉が渇いちゃったからジュース飲んでくる。またね。
Bye. Maria became suddenly formal, bowed her head, and left without waiting for a reply. It was a very un-Maria-like thing to do. I see. So the game master has moved the piece. Apparently she was telling me to ask about something different. At some point, Leon had started chatting with the other family members. Jessica seemed to be getting irritated at having her butt pinched so much, and George was trying to calm her down. Jessica and George. Guess I'll hear their stories next. Compared to Maria, the anti-magic toxin is very strong in these two. At least at the beginning of the other games, they didn't acknowledge Beatrice. Maria showed me the point of view of one who believes. Now to hear from those who don't. Damn, this thing's flying by. God, I haven't actually taken a break today yet. I'm gonna take one soon, though. But, oh my god, I haven't actually taken a break since I started this thing. The story's so good. I don't want to put it down. I want to keep pinching Jessica's butt. Out of context, that sounds awkward. But in context, it still sounds a little awkward. No, it's fine. I enjoyed watching that. I have to inspect to make sure.
あいつマジで容赦ねえ。
ジェシカ、何か言ったかい？
何ももう十分懲りたって。
Leon, who had apparently been chatting with adult siblings, spun around with a smile and stared at Jessica. Looks like the older siblings firmly in control around here.
あいつ、その上地獄耳だな。ようやくリオンってやつが理解できてきた。
そう。
昔から妙に勘が良くって。その上ほら、大人受けが妙にいいし、私は家でも学校でも比べられてる。
そういえばリオンは中学も高校も生徒会長だったね。バドミントンの部長もやってたよね。
I'm fucking badminton too. No offense to anyone who does badminton, but of course.
行く先々でリオンと比較されてひでえ目にあったというわけだ。
私は中学に入って行ったぜ。その時はもう副会長やってた。来年は生徒会長になる気だろう。私の肩身が狭くなるからやめてくれって。でも翌年にちゃっかり立候補して当選しちゃいやがった。高校でもそう。今度こそやめてくれって言ったのに、その時点でもまた副会長で、また3年になるのと同時に会長になりやがった。父さんはちやほやちやほや。母さんはあなたも妹として恥ずかしくないよ頑張りなさいってチクチクチクチク。
でもそんなリオンの妹であることを誇りにも思ってるんでしょ。
別にそんなこと思ったことはねえぜ。ああねえぜ。全然ねえぜ。
上が完璧だと息も詰まら。だが他人は他人、お前はお前だ。何も萎縮することはない。お前のしたいように精一杯好きにしたい。
もちろん。でも母さんたちは後ろ宮リオンの妹として恥ずかしくないよ、後を引き継げってうるす。生徒会に入れだの、バドミントンやれだの。
Yeah, why don't you go play badminton?
軽音楽はやっていないのか。
How did you know?
それは秘密内緒。
Apparently she's keeping it a secret from her family. Interesting, she kept it a secret in episode 2. People often like to place the blame for various things on their family and how they were raised. But this girl called Jessica always likes doing the same thing, even in a different world and a different family. It's admirable that she has such a true and consistent interest in something.
俺は好きだぞ。ペッタンペッタンとか。
Oh my god.
スイーツスイーツとか。
Nothing wrong with the extraordinarily accomplished sword like Leon, but kids who act their age do have their charms.
そういう生き方が一番だ。謳歌しろ、青春を。
そりゃどうもありがとう。
Apparently no one had ever told Jessica that they approved of how she lived. In the direct way Will put it, it made her turn red, hang her head in embarrassment. And hang her head in
今度はお
embarrassment.
前たちに話が聞きたい。
さっきマリアちゃんとしていた？
そうだ。ベアトリーチェについて知っていることを聞きたい。
マリ
Where
ア
to
ちゃんは
begin?
オカルトや魔女のことが大好きだからね。彼女にとってベアトリーチェはアニメのヒロインと同じ憧れの存在なんだよ。何か些細なことがあるたびにそれを魔女の魔法によるいたずらだと信じてる。
お前は大人だな。そしてそうは思ってもマリアには絶対に言わないところも大人だ。
当然さ。子供の夢は子供の時にしか見られない。その貴重な経験を尊重するのが大人の仕事だと思ってるよ。
お前とは話が合いそうだ。
Oh, goody. I mean, Will does seem like just a carbon copy of George, but slightly better. George's position was that Beatrice was nothing more than a fairy tale. However, that phrase respecting a child's dreams is the adult thing to do. That might be worthy of further scrutiny. When she got a candy from Beatrice by magic, Maria probably got excited and told George and the others. Then the adults followed his lead and positively went along with her story, as adults should. Exactly. That's why I didn't like Erica, crushing Maria's thing. It's because it's just not what you do. You don't do that kind of thing. However, there's another way this sort of reaction could occur, other than an adult's response to a child's claims. For example, it could be an inferior's response to the claims by someone superior of rank. If Kinzo, tyrant of the Ushirime family, claimed that Beatrice existed and had revived, Perhaps the other members of the family would positively go along with the story as his inferior should. Though Beatrice only appeared directly in front of a limited number of people, it's probably safe to say that the concept of her existence penetrated deeply within the Ushirimiya family, even among those who had never seen her. However, no matter how deeply that concept penetrated, she was only viewed as a sort of fairy tale character. It would be necessary to transform the concept of that character from an imaginary fairy tale into reality. So a person attempting to do this would need to perform something that could only conceivably be done by magic. And that something was the series of witch incidences, starting with the window opening pranks played by Beatrice the Elder, and ending with the final closed room murder. Beatrice the Elder referred to this, saying that the anti-magic power filling the mansion would be weakened bit by bit the more she made her existence known. Beatrice, why are you willing to go so far to make all others accept your existence? Because the imaginary becomes the truth if someone acknowledges it? Because at that moment the being called Beatrice will be acknowledged and will become human? In that case, before Beatrice is acknowledged by all people, she's less than human. She's furniture. Why would furniture want to become human? Feels like this was the theme of the previous game. Because they want to gain the right. Furniture cannot love. So they desire the right to love and try to become human. It really is quite simple. It's directly connected to the reason the chick Beato was born in the first place.
なるほどな。分かってはいるが、複雑だ。
Oh, it's definitely fucking complicated. I can't ignore the heart.
ベアトリーチェの葬儀に参加しておいて、こんなことを言うのも申し訳ないけれど、僕も説明できるほどベアトリーチェという人物のことに詳し申し訳ない。その話はここに住んでるジェシカちゃんの方が僕よりももう少しは詳しいかもしれない。そういえばジェシカちゃん、こちらの方を紹介したっけ？
Not really.
いや、実はまだお客様がいらっしゃるってのに、尻ばっかつねるどっかの誰かのせいできちんと挨拶もできなかったぜ。
A bit late, Jessica looks embarrassed for acting rudely in front of an unfamiliar guest. She cleared her throat and made a beautiful bow that didn't fit well with her normal attitude. She even lifted the corners of her skirt in a curtsy.
はじめまして、ジェシカと申します。本日は後ろ宮家へようこそ。いや、お日柄もよく、
My God.
イラードだ。
You don't have to go through all of the 9 yards.
ウィルと呼べ。
Jessica's greeting had been of the old-fashioned sort, so Will also treated her like an old-fashioned lady. Bending down on one knee, taking Jessica's right hand, and kissing it. Hey, you can't cheat on canon even though he doesn't exist in this world. Not expecting her greeting to be returned in such an old-fashioned and formal way, Jessica turned red and was unable to speak. However, Will had returned the greeting in what he thought was a perfectly serious way, so he didn't understand what was making Jessica's face glow.
何かおかしいことをしたか？
いや、全然。
お前の知っているベアトリーチェの話が聞きたい。
A spark leading around the edges of Will's right hand, which was grasping Jessica's hand. Looks like the theater-going power is having its effect on Jessica. Didn't mean for that to happen. Oh well.
ベアトリーチェのことだっけ？話してもいいけど、
Sure.
約束してくれる？絶対に笑わないって。今にして思うと、きっと寝ぼけてたんだと思うから。
お前は何を知っている？笑わない。聞かせろ。
いいよ。どこから話そうかな。
The beginning. Let's see where we start here. To me, the Golden Witch Beatrice is sort of like one of the 7 mysteries of the Ushirimiya family. You've heard of those, right? Almost all schools have a set of tales or ghost stories that get passed down. Like an old Like, on some days, the piano in the music room will start playing by itself, or the skeleton in the science room dances around at night. Everyone's heard of them, but of course that doesn't mean they believe in them. The stories about Beatrice were the same. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Oh, these windows open. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The servant fell over. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. It's all Beatrice.